I don't know, but let's go ahead and end this show off with the AEW All In 2025 predictions. Okay, so I'm going to be using 2024's match card the same way I had said that I did with WrestleMania. I'm not doing a 0 hour show, but I will tell you this. The people that I expect to be on the 0 hour show are potentially the Ring of Honor championship being defended there. I could see a scenario where Mercedes Moné loses both belts at All In, and this kind of starts to slow, because I think she's going to get the Ring of Honor championship, and I think she's going to lose them fairly quickly. I think within like a few weeks, she'll lose all of her belts. So I could see a scenario where, or maybe she even keeps one of them just because you really just kind of need her to keep, like the New Japan Strong Women's title. But I could see her losing the Ring of Honor and the TBS title both at All In. So there's a scenario. So there is a world where Mercedes Moné faces somebody like Billy Starks on the 0 hour show. I think Chris Jericho, like I said, he's gonna be there, probably defending it against Kyle Fletcher. I would assume. I would love to see that. I could see the Conglomeration being on the 0 hour show. Big Boom, AJ, probably some real like gimmicky match with Big Boom and somebody. I could see some Ring of Honor guys there, something like a Commander, a Blake Christian, a Lee Moriarty. I could see, I already said Billy Starks would be there. I could see maybe Red Velvet being there as well. Maybe they do something with like the Ring of Honor TV Championship. Maybe do like a women's match, something like that. I don't know. I could see them being there. But I think that's all I really would be able to predict for the 0 hour show. I don't have much other predictions for that. So, as far as the Ring of Honor match card, I would assume... man, I hate this so much. I think the women are going to open the show, though. I think it's going to be either the AEW Women's Championship or it's going to be the TBS Championship. I'm going to go with the AEW Women's Championship of Toni Storm versus Athena. And I think there's a real possibility that Toni Storm is the Asuka of AEW, and she loses basically every single All In match because she lost in 2023 in the Fatal 4-Way against Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker, Saraya, and herself. She got pinned by Saraya. Then in 2024, obviously, she lost to Mariah May. And I think if Athena is the Owen Hart Cup tournament winner this year, which I would assume she would be, that she's going to win that match against Toni Storm. So it's going to be 3 years in a row. I would hate it for Toni Storm, but I guess maybe she can always get it back next year, though. We can start pushing that win streak a little. We can start at least doing something with her at All In. Then, I don't know the match order. I'm going to say maybe this match could follow. I could see the... which way do I want to go? I'm going to go with the TNT Championship following this match. And I think it's going to be Adam Cole holding that belt. I think Adam Cole versus Jay White for the TNT Championship. I don't think Adam Cole loses it by any means, but I could see a world where Adam Cole is a face, Undisputed Kingdom are faces, and the Bullet Club Gold, Bang Bang Gang, whatever you want to call them, they're heels. Maybe Jay White gets upset after the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Maybe Adam Cole's in that tournament, he loses to Adam Cole. Maybe something happens between them backstage, and that really pushes their rivalry. So I can see Adam Cole versus Jay White for the TNT Championship at one All In. I think the next match would be the Women's Casino Gauntlets. Maybe we get one this year. I'm gonna push for it. I think we could get one like with the actual chip and all that stuff. I'm here for it. And if it's anybody, I want to see it be the winner be Willow Nightingale. I don't know how the match would go. There's like multiple people in the freaking match. So I think Willow Nightingale could potentially win this one. And then I think we go from here to the Tag Team Championship match of the Hurt Syndicate versus Undisputed Kingdom versus the Guns. I think this is where we start kind of what I could see happening is maybe Undisputed Kingdom gets a match and the Guns are still upset by their, you know what? I can see Undisputed Kingdom versus the Guns. Undisputed Kingdom beats the Guns, Kyle Fletcher and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong defeat the Guns. Think the Guns get a bit upset by this. They go out to distract Undisputed Kingdom against like the Hurt Syndicate or something like that. Yeah, it would be against the Hurt Syndicate. Think we get that little tag match there. Well, no, my bad. We have that match happen. They get distracted. They get upset at the Guns. They call them out, but they also call out the Hurt Syndicate. Or maybe they call it the Hurt Syndicate first. No, they would have to call the Guns out first. And then maybe a big old war breaks out between the three. There's a potential, there is a real potential where Ricochet gets involved with the Hurt Syndicate, and maybe we get like a triple threat of Adam Cole versus Ricochet versus Jay White, and the tag team match will also be a triple threat. Here's where I could see Undisputed Kingdom holding all the gold by the end of the night. I think Undisputed Kingdom would win here. Like I said in the last episode, or the episode before that, with my AEW All In Predictions. I mean, my AEW, who would have thrown every AEW champion. I think Undisputed Kingdom gets it. Next up, I would assume we have the TBS Championship of Mercedes Moné versus Megan Bayne versus Harley Cameron. This is where I think Megan Bayne does dethrone Mercedes Moné. If Harley Cameron's not in this match, by the way, I can see the reason being because either she's on the 0 Hour show or she's in the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Either way, I think Mercedes Moné gets thrown by Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne is going to be getting a big push this year. She's already getting one going against Toni Storm. She's going to be going against Mercedes Moné as well. And I could see her winning the championship here. Like I said, this might be a really, really rough night for Mercedes Moné. Actually, this is her first All In. No, my bad. Duh, she was there last year against Britt Baker. I'm so stupid. After that, I could see us. So after that, we have about a few more matches. I think the trios match could happen between the Death Riders and Jack Perry and the Young Bucks. Maybe the Elite make their return. I think it's plausible. There's a lot of belief that Jack Perry might end up teaming with the Death Riders. There's also the possibility though that that Jack Perry doesn't team with them and instead he teams with the Young Bucks. I think we could have that match. I did say though that Wheeler Yuta would be breaking away from the group. So maybe the Death Riders are forced to defend it 2-on-3. This match could happen a lot earlier as well, by the way. It could even happen on the 0 Hour show. But I could see the Death Riders fall happening at AEW's All In as well. So yeah, I think they might be forced to defend it in like a 2-on-3 match. Next up, I would have the men's casino gauntlet. And this is where I have a whole bunch of people. I'm going to be real with you. I don't have a whole bunch of people. I'm lying. I have Kyle Fletcher, I have Ricochet, and I have MJF. Kyle Fletcher, I could see being the guy if Darby Allin does dethrone Jon Moxley. Like, if we actually go through with that, maybe we just are saying, you know what, screw it. Instead of making Kyle Fletcher the Ring of Honor champion and having him be the proto star down there, let's start pushing down the main roster. Let's give him the AEW World Championship real early. Let's make him into one of our youngest AEW World Champions, if not the young. No, I think MJF would be the youngest. MJF would be the youngest because he's only 27 right now. He won 2 years ago when he was 24, 25. And Kyle Fletcher's already like 26. So yeah, MJF is the youngest. I could see Kyle Fletcher being the guy to dethrone Darby Allin because I think whoever dethrones Darby has to be a heel. It's not going to be somebody at the face. It's not going to be Swerve. It's not going to be Will. It's not going to be anybody like that. I think who it could be is Kyle Fletcher. But I could also see them, like I said, going in the way where MJF hasn't won one of these casino gauntlets. Did he? I think he did. Yeah, no, I'm stupid. I think he did. Yeah, no, he was a Joker entrant. I'm stupid. Was that a casino gauntlet? Gosh, I cannot remember that match at all. That was back in that was before he won the AEW World Championship. I think that was a casino gauntlet. Yeah, I think it was. But I can see MJF winning it because, like, you know, the Hurt Syndicate helps him out sometime along the way, and then they help him get the AEW World Championship. And then, like I said, Bobby Lashley or Shelton Benjamin is the one to have the match against MJF, and then maybe even beats both of them. I wouldn't really want that thing to just beat one of them, but if he beats both of them, it kind of just adds on to the story. Maybe he fights him in like a 1-on-2 match, and he's able to overcome it, or Shelton Benjamin takes the belt. I would love to see Shelton, not Bobby, in my opinion, because I think Shelton really needs his English is hard. He deserves to be given some kind of championship at some point. Well, he deserved to be given a freaking championship back in WWE. I also really believe had that man just kept his like outfit gold with his hair gold, it would have been a lot more of like a main attraction. He started changing up the color and all that stuff, and it just really ain't fit. It was like, okay, you're the gold standard, but you ain't wearing gold, man. Come on, man. You got to be in all gold. So yeah, I can see MJF. I'm going to go with Kyle Fletcher though. I think Kyle Fletcher is the guy to get that. To get the contract. I think he's going to go after Darby Allin, obviously, and then he'll be the one to dethrone Darby Allin. Next up, I think we're going to have the title versus title match of Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. If it doesn't happen at Double or Nothing, which I could see a real scenario, which my bad, I could see a real world where it does not happen, and they really want to push Kenny Omega with the international belt just a bit more. I could see him instead having the title for title match at one All In, International versus Continental Championship, and I think Kenny Omega does win this match. Like I said before, I think he's going to be the guy to unify them, make them the AEW Intercontinental Champion, and then maybe what's his name, Will Ospreay would end up dethroning Kenny Omega. I could see that happening. And the last match on the night would be the main event. It's going to be Darby Allin versus John freaking Moxley. I love how all the Shield members are doing like the curb stomp now. These guys had to have gotten on the phone with each other and said, hey, should we all just start doing it? Like, let's just start doing it, man. Come on, screw it, man. Come on, everybody doing the curb stomp. Wait, didn't John Moxley do a spear? I think he did. Yo, I need to see Seth Rollins do a spear now, and then I need to see everybody do like a Death Valley Driver or like a Bulldog or something like that. It'd be amazing. But I think Darby Allin does dethrone John Moxley in the main event. It's gonna be a real feel good moment. He's gonna, like I said, run the gauntlet against Wheeler, Pac, and Claudio. Wheeler's gonna lay down, and then he's gonna get the pin onto him, or he might even put his arm over him because Darby Allin's just so tired. And then we get Darby Allin versus John Moxley at AEW's All In main event, where Darby Allin does win. I love the theory I came up with. I'll say that. I would have rather have been Swerve, and I would be super happy if it is Swerve this year. But that would mean that your Owen Hart Cup tournament winner would lose. I just don't think that would happen. I think Darby Allin's gonna win the Owen Hart this year. He's going to go on to main event All In, and he's going to dethrone one John freaking Moxley.